Steel Ball Run takes place in a separate universe than its predecessors, but what if that universe was similar to ours? The year is 2025. The President of the United States has signed an executive order establishing the first ever race across America by the name of Steel Ball Run. In his efforts to make America properly patriotic again, or MAPPA for short, President Donnie Valentine has decided that a major event like this will stimulate the economy and rally everyone together in a time where the nation is divided. Here are some details from the day President Valentine signed his 66th executive order. On April 12th, the most important day for America, the 35th President of the United States, with his famous pink suit and luscious long blonde hair, stood in front of a huge crowd at the White House. The most biggest crowd, the largest ever, as some would say. He starts his speech with, and I quote, "My fellow Americans, we're going to do something tremendous, something so big, so beautiful, that people will be talking about it for the next 100 years, believe me. Today, I will be signing the 66th executive order since I've been elected into office. Today will be the start of the greatest race in American history, maybe world history, called the Steel Ball Run. The time has come. Execute Order 66. Afterwards, it just becomes another one of his speeches where he rambles on for another 2 hours. But the information that was later released is what's important. The Steel Ball Run will be a joint effort between the United States government and the Speedwagon Foundation, along with U.S. steel tycoon and CEO Stephen Steele. A new government agency will be established to oversee the operations of this race. President Valentine has named it the Department for Challenges, or D4C for short. They will be responsible for any future competitive events the US decides to host. More information on D4C later. The winner of the race will receive a small loan of $1 million that they don't have to pay back. The race will be open to anyone above the age of 16 anywhere around the world. A small aptitude test will be required as well. Applicants will be given a lighter with a lit flame, and they'll have to make sure it doesn't go out for the next 24 hours. If they fail to do so, government agents will be sent to. As for the details of the race, it will begin on July 4th, starting line at San Diego Beach, California, and the finish line at the Trinity Church in New York City. As the slogan MAPPA, Make America Properly Patriotic Again, might suggest, there will be 13 stages to the race, one for each of the original colonies. But that's not even the most interesting rule that has been set. The most unique rule about the race is the method of how the contestants will be racing. Cars, automobiles, and planes are prohibited for the competition. All other forms of transportation will be available. The White House recommends horses as the primary method of transportation. While the goal is to create an entertaining event for the world to spectate upon, economic stimulation is a major driving factor as well. Because this competition is open to anyone in the world, America will be expecting many spectators and tourists. The longer the race takes, the more money people will spend. People can tune in weekly, and maybe a trend will start. Maybe something like Steel Ball Run Fridays? Besides the rule about the method of transportation, there's another one that caught my attention. Any and all artifacts found during the race must be reported and handed over to the officials. Experts think this might have to do with the legend of Joseph Joestar, more commonly known by his nickname Jojo! He stood 6'5" inches tall and was the hero of the Revolutionary War and the founding father of America. Known for always using his Tommy gun, he braved the battlefield like no one else could, winning many decisive victories for the country. His ability to stand his ground on the battlefield made people wonder if he had some sort of supernatural ability to predict the future. More importantly, it was believed that Joseph left some sort of treasure behind during his later years. Historians believe that it wasn't just one piece of treasure, but instead several items scattered across all of America, waiting to be discovered. Everyone has been chasing this myth for centuries, but so far nothing has been found yet. Maybe the race will finally be the time where a discovery will be made. Enough about the rules, let's talk about the people behind them. Like I said earlier, D4C is in charge of handling Steel Ball Run. What do we know about them? The department is made up of 23 people, led by renowned paleontologist Dr. Franz Ferdinand. You may know him as the author of Scary Monsters, the groundbreaking research paper on our modern understanding of dinosaurs. Other members include some familiar names like Ringo Roadstar, Magenta II, and 11 Men. Yes, you heard me right, it's literally 11 men. The other members are lower profile, so we don't know much about them. The most bizarre thing is these agents seem to bear a striking resemblance to President Donnie Valentine, as if they're different versions of the president from a parallel universe. Even the names are really similar, like Donnie Valentino, Funny Valentine, and Donald Valentina. Whatever the case may be, D4C will have a lot to prepare for in the coming months. Fast forwarding a little bit using the power of Made in Heaven, let's take a look at how the preparations have gone and some of our most anticipated competitors. While we still don't know much about D4C, it seems that the president himself is getting heavily involved. It seems to have affected him physically. Perhaps it's the stress of leading the country and having to worry about the race. President Valentine looks vastly different than he did a couple months ago. Not only did he lose a lot of weight, he has also gotten taller and, dare I say, better looking. Maybe it's some secret skincare routine or workout that he's been doing. Whatever it may be, it must be harsh because sources have reportedly seen multiple scars on the back of the president, some of which seem to be in the shape of a star. At this rate, maybe we'll see a brand new Donnie Valentine by the end of Steel Ball Run. But enough about the president, let's take a look at some of our contestants. Coming in with the most buzz is Jonathan "Johnny" Joestar. As a descendant of the Joestar family, it was a given that Johnny would participate in the race not only to search for Joseph's treasure, but also to maintain his family's reputation. Having lost his ability to walk due to an accident, this will be no easy task for him. Fortunately, the Joestar family and the Speedwagon Foundation has ties dating back to the late 1800s, so the current CEO, Bobby, made a special saddle for Johnny. Due to its unique shape and design, the saddle was given the name Tusk. Johnny will be one of the contestants to keep your eye on during the Steel Ball Run. Another contestant to keep an eye on is Diego "Dio" Brando. At age 21, he is one of the youngest and best attorneys from the UK. Horse riding is a major hobby of his, often competing at national levels back home. On top of that, his devilishly good looks have charmed the hearts of men and women alike. Wealth, power, and money, everything a person could ask for. But it's hard to satisfy someone so ambitious. Diego wants to use his opportunity to prove that he's the best in the world. Another international competitor comes from the country of Italy. 24-year-old Jairo Zeppeli, one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs, is the owner of famous pizza chain Pizza Mozzarella. Known for his unique fashion choices, he is not one to shy away from interesting events like the Steel Ball Run. With 636 locations all around the globe, the prize money is likely not what he is after. This event is the perfect opportunity to get exposure for his coming product, Ball Breaker. We'll have to see what kind of spin this eccentric billionaire is going to put onto Ball Breaker. Last but not least of the most anticipated contestants is Mr. Sandman. He's the only competitor of native descent, but that's not the most unique thing about him. Sandman plans to compete in the race solely on foot, not even horse like most of the other competitors. This guy has to be un poco loco, or in English, a little crazy, if he even wants to make it to the first checkpoint. I admire his dedication to make his dream a reality, so I wish him all the luck in the world. There's so many more interesting competitors that I would love to cover, but our time is limited. For example, did you know that Kanye, yes, that Kanye, will be competing in the race? I know I've talked a little bit about President Valentine and D4C, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. We still don't know the reason behind President Valentine's change in appearance or how D4C works. Or maybe there's a bigger conspiracy and Donnie Valentine wants something else besides Mappa from the Steel Ball Run. I'm expecting more information about Steel Ball Run in the coming months, so stay tuned and stay subscribed for any new information and coverage of the race. Until next time, Wong Diggity out.